All right, today we're going to be talking about our course interactions. We're going to talk about it in 3 minutes or less. My name is Joshua.
I am Lucas.
And I'm Eric.
Lucas and Eric are licensed professional counselors, and there is a ton more content than 3 minutes can cover on our website at empoweringchoices.community or our app, which you can find in the App Store by searching Empowering Choices Parenting. So guys, take it away. What do we mean when we say interactions?
Well, Eric, you had a light bulb moment about this one.
Did I?
You implied that you did.
That's the way of just sliding all the buck all the way to the end of the table, huh?
I don't have a here's a sticky note.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So interactions, they're the interactions that naturally happen between human beings. They're the different tools that you have on a variety of levels as a parent. For one, you have the blood bond. Mm-hmm. These human beings that you have brought into the world have your genetic code, and they are naturally, through that genetic code, drawn to you. They're drawn to love you. They're drawn to be loved by you. They're drawn to have you proud of them. They're drawn to want to do things with you. It's coding that's in there, and they're drawn more to you than they are to your next door neighbor. And so this is one of those basic human interactions.
It feels like the interactions are kind of there's these foundational elements of the blood bond, for example, but the interactions is just the description of how you kind of make that reality turn into something that gets communicated. Right. It's like the bridge between these are some ideas, but how you interact with your child is the way that you turn those things into something that they can pick up on and use and get passed along.
And there's truth to that, but at the same time, it gets all the more complex. Who knew that if you spend time with your kids in doing things they like and enjoy doing, you create an even stronger bond with them, to where when you are interacting with them and you begin to raise an eyebrow or you begin to raise your voice, they respond to it because that relationship is created.
So the tools that you use through interactions are built upon this blood bond, but then you also have to spend the time to increase the power of that tool, because I know that one of the elements in the course is your tone of voice, which is an interactive tool, which is more subtle than some of the other tools that we have that we discuss.
Well, it's interesting because in time where I've spent in working with really tough kids in other arenas, I would spend time with them and get to know them, and then in hard moments that they were having, a lot of times I just had to say their name, and that would help bring them back down. I didn't have any genetic connection with them. And so what we're talking about are a lot of the basics of how human beings bond. And then when you add that genetic blood bond component, it's even more powerful for you as a parent. It's more work if you don't have that, but you can still accomplish that.
We end up talking so much through this material about things that are just fundamentally human. Like, these are human interaction fundamental principles. Oh, wait, we're talking about parenting. We need to specify. But it's like, but some of that works for everybody.
Across the board.
Yeah, because you were talking about kids in residential care or whoever you were working with. Of they're not my kids.
Foster homes.
But some of these skills are just basic human things.
Right.
And they apply over here
Coaching.
Also.
Yeah. They're basic human characteristics, as you were saying, but then the blood bond connection you has as parents makes them even more powerful for you to use with your kids.
That's the parent-specific element that we have here.
Absolutely.
And I've got to look over here and slap Josh on the wrist because
I had one job. And I failed to do it.
And the timer on my screen still says 0-0.
And so for something...
I know that we reached our time successfully then because the timer's not contradicting me.
My senses do tell me that we're probably out of time.
Your spidey senses.
If there was ever a time to, run out of time, this is good stuff. But yes, you'll be able to see what the time is and see how bad we did or good we did, but
we did great.
But we don't know where we're at right now.
We can manipulate the video to make the timer say whatever we want.
That's totally true.
As long as we don't have a timer, we won.
Right, exactly. So this particular lesson does have a ton of content, and it's available on our website and in our app. And so once again, just go to empoweringchoices.community. You can learn all about our app and our community and all of these courses that are available, and we'll see you on the next show.